Thanks for watching, everybody. In today's video, I'm going to clear a few trees and let me show you what we're going to do. So this is the back area of my property, well, behind my house pretty much. And this is where I want to build that shed. If you guys have been following for a while, you know that I am milling some wood and trying to build a shed for a low cost. I have a sawmill and I have lots of trees, so this is what we're going to do. So today I will be, since none of you guys want to come and help me, take down a couple of these trees because this area is where I want to build a shed. It's at least 12 by 24, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't have much time and it is 105 degrees. So I think the plan today is take down this red oak, that white oak, possibly that red oak, I don't know if I'm going to take down that one just yet because it's going to get hung up on that white oak. So let's get to it. All right, so this is our first casualty. It is red oak. It's not too large. Looks like about 14, 16 inches at the base. Let me move this camera out the way so I don't knock it down. All right. The plan is to drop it in that direction towards my truck. My truck is far enough away, I hope. All right. So let's get to it. Now, of course, I have my PPE. I don't have a helmet. I don't think I should need one. I got my chaps. I've got my saw already warmed up. Make sure it ran earlier. Now this is not a how-to, okay? This is how I am doing it, not a how-to video. Cut trees down at your own risk. Look at this rock. I've got the wedges, if I need them, and an axe behind me. My path of egress or escape is in that direction. I've got trees to block me. All right, this is one of the few trees. Red oak. The hinge is pretty big, but looks like it wasn't holding by much in the tree, or the stump, I should say. All right, that's one of them. Whew. Now this one, this white oak, is going to be a little different. I think what I might do with this one is cut it up high first, because I think the bottom is kind of rotten. So I think I might cut it like right here, and then come back and cut the stump off. And I also want to throw it down in that general location, although it seems to be leaning towards the truck down there. I wonder if I can persuade it. So let's try to do that. Again, I am not a professional. Cut trees at your own risk. This is not a how-to. This is how I am doing it. So the reason I cut this so high, obviously you can see how much bigger it is. I'm not very proficient with cutting it from both ends, so I will cut the stump off. And another reason, I don't know if you can tell, all this dark blue has got metal in it. And so we got here, 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 and then here. I think a little bit below that was barbed wire. But I think it fell in the right direction, right where I wanted to. What I'm going to do with these trees, or these logs, obviously I'm going to cut them up into logs. And they're not high quality, but I might get a saw log out of this. I've got a few little knots right there. I might get a 12-footer. And I'm not sure about this one. Obviously I've got some knots as well. I might get a 12-footer out of this too. Oh, almost fell. Or what I'm going to do is cut them up into 12-foot lengths, firewood poles, and sell them as a whole. I figure 12-foot 2 or 12-foot 3 inches. That's a perfect size for 16 or 18-inch rounds. All right, so the reason I'm cutting these down is I'm going to build a shed, but I also don't want to I don't want to have to cut them afterwards. I want all these trees to go, but I think they can be dropped in that direction or in that direction. Such as this poplar, it's already dead. Well, at least the two on the right are dead. The one on the left is still living. But I think I'm going to drop them in that direction. That one will go in that direction. This white oak, I'll probably drop it that way too. Everything else, I think I'm going to clean this up first before I cut anything else down. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Please subscribe if you haven't. Follow along. It's a lot of prep work to do in order to build a shed, considering this is all raw land. I'm out of breath, if you can't tell. It's all raw land, and I've got trees everywhere. Should have cleared a lot more when I built the house. But the heat index is about 108, 110 degrees. I am hot, very sweaty. I think I'm about to go inside and rest a little bit. This right here needs to be done in the morning before noon, because now there's a lot of sunlight. Until the next time, guys, please subscribe if you haven't, comment, ask questions. Again, this is not a how-to video. This is me, inexperienced, trying to do the best I can, clear the trees that I can without having to pay somebody, and make a little dollar in the process. I will keep you guys updated as the process goes along. Until then, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.